Did you ever consider that when God said, be anxious for nothing, he meant it? He didn't mean, well, don't be anxious about the little stuff, but you better be anxious about the big stuff like money and your health and paying your mortgage and taking care of another human being. You better be anxious about that stuff. No, he said, and he meant, be anxious for nothing. And that's why the key verse for tonight's reading from Sleep on This is definitely one of my favorites. The title of this entry is Guarded by Innumerable Soldiers. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, we're never going to get it, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Now, I love that verse because once again, it's be anxious for nothing, return to gratitude, let God know what's going on, even though he knows what we need, it's still good. He wants us to tell the truth. He wants us to say, hey, I have these needs and I'm not sure they're going to be met. He can work with that. And he does guard us with mighty companions. In fact, the word guard in tonight's key verse is translated from a Greek military term, meaning to protect as with soldiers. So we can think of God's promises as a legion of soldiers sent to guard and protect our mind from anxious thoughts. These troops never tire, never fall asleep while on guard duty, never lose their nerve, and never flee in battle. God's promises are untiring, unfailing, innumerable soldiers. Each is equipped for a special task. And there's a promise for every worry you harbor and for every need that we face. God is faithful to keep all his promises, and that's why we can stand on the solid rock in a fragile world. So let's sleep on this. I know I need it. Let's not be anxious tonight. God's soldiers are on duty. With a heart of gratitude, we can cast our cares and our worries upon our Creator. Let's give them to him and let the assurance of God's faithfulness guard our mind and flood our heart with peace. Let's sleep on that.